According to one writer, if you approach the apron of a servant, then you are allowed to go places that you cannot go if you approach it with the crown of a king. With this, I welcome you to another interesting class, that is making of an apron. I know you guys are very excited. We have learned a lot on stitches, and it is time to put them into practice. So, get your sewing tool ready for action. Introduction to apron. Apron is a garment that is worn over other clothes and covers mainly the front of the body. It may have several different purposes and is today perhaps most known as a functional accessory that protects one's clothes and skin from stains and marks. However, various types of apron may also be worn as a decoration for hygienic reasons, as part of a uniform, or as protection from certain dangerous things such as acid or excessive heat. It can also be used in a workstations to hold extra tools and pieces or protecting it from dust and unwanted products. Now let's find out what is the meaning of an apron. What is apron? An apron is a protective garment worn over clothes and covering the front part of the body. Aprons are worn on tops of garments to protect them from stains while cooking. Everyone needs an apron of some kind. Aprons are used to protect our outer garments when we are cooking or doing works about the house. They can be made in many shapes and sizes. Types of aprons. Like I earlier said, there are many different apron form depending on the purpose of the apron. A basic distinction apron is between the waist apron, which cover the body from the waist down, and the peep apron, which also cover the upper parts of the body. Choosing the best apron depends on the intended usage. An apron's length, coverage, and material determines how it should be used. What is the purpose of apron? That is, what are the uses of apron? Now, the main purpose of apron is to protect you from getting stains on your clothes. We also have this following. Aprons is used to keep our clothes clean and tidy. Two, for hardy protection from things like stains, food dirt, germs, hazard, like a chemical, paint, art materials, and so on. Three, apron is also used to hold pens, tablets, tools of the trade in easy accessible pockets. You can see that from our image there. Also, apron is used as a part of uniform. And finally, apron is used for professional look with branding. Now let's find out the benefits of apron. Apron is an essential garment for anyone during housework. Now, number one benefit, it prevents the risk of getting infected. The simple step of wearing an apron can go a long way in reducing the risk. Two, apron prevents your clothes from coming into contact with the food, germs, dust, air, and so on. And lastly, apron helps to protect one's clothes and skin from incidental stain and marks. These are the benefits of apron. Why should you wear an apron while cooking? Why? Now, since the old age, apron has been used as a garment protected against stains. It is considered as a uniform, a mandatory tool for home cook and chef who spend most of the day in the kitchen. Now let's find out the major important reason to wear an apron while cooking. Now the first one is that it protects stain. That is the general reason. Apron protect the clothes from stain, especially when you are in a hurry. Number two, it protect the clothes from what? From germs yourself, which has to do with our health. Apron also help us to protect us from germs. Number three, it provide a safe working environment. What do I mean by that? Beside the protection from stain, security is also one of the goals apron sustain. That is while cooking, because many clothes can catch fire. So apron provide what a safe working environment. Number four, it is the practice of professionalism. Now, one of the basic rules in cooking industry starts with what? Wearing an apron immediately after you enter the kitchen. So apron, it shows an impression of a professionalism. That is the fourth one. Now the fifth one, which is the final one, it makes you kids to get inspiration. It's the common practice that the kids follow the elders. It allows kids to adopt a good habit of wearing an apron. It will not only serve them from kitchen or save them from kitchen hazard, but they also develop the habit of cleanliness. All these are the reason why you should wear an apron while cooking. I hope you agree with me on that. Now let's find out the things you are going to need to make an apron. We are going to make an apron, like I told you in class. We have a lot of practical things to do. Now the things you will need to make an apron: you need a yard of a plain material, you need your matching thread, needle, scissors, bias tape, clothing pins, elastic, and measuring tapes. Now let's find out how to make apron. Before you can make apron, we'll look at the cutting out the apron. Now, the first thing to do is you lay out the material, then you place your paper pattern on it. Can you see it there? The material by the background, and then the pattern is on top of it. Secondly, after you have done that, you pin it down. You are going to fold the cotton fabric into two, with the right side and the sleeve edge together. You can see there from our image there. Place the pattern on the fabric with the center fold and along the folded edge of the material, and then you cut. Now when you have cut it out, you remove the pattern and mark the seams line. Now you also cut out your what? Your belts, your neck band, and if you want to make a pocket also, you cut them out. And after that, you can see from our image there, you are going to stitch it together. So that is how to cut out apron. Now let's see how to make the apron. Now, how to make an apron. Like I earlier said, that you are laying out your materials and you are putting your pattern on it. You turn after you have done that, after the cutting. So the first thing to do is that you are going to turn in along the curve edge. You are going to sew the curve edge, tack and in on the machine, or you use hand stitch. After that, you turn up the hem along the straight side. You can see the straight side there. Tack and also you hem, or if you want to machine it, no problem. Then after that, along the lower edge of the apron, that is along the lower edge of the apron, you are also going to tack it and then you stitch it. Finally, you prepare the belt and the neck band by folding each of the three stripes into two lengthwise with the right sides together and the edge even. Tack and stitch also along the edge and one short edge, that is leaving both short edge of the neck band open. Turn the work to the right side and press. That is after you have stitched all the edges. You turn it it to the right side, then you're going to press it. Then you can now attach your neckband to the position and your belt to the position. Then you remove all the tacking thread and press the apron. The apron also you could be decorated with embroidery stitches with any color. You can use it with your bucket too. You can use embroidery stitches to do. So you have to make up your decision before you start and make necessary preparation. So that is all on how to make an apron. Wow, we have come to the end of our lesson. That is a making of an apron. I want to ask you this question. What do you think of an apron? And how will your apron turn out to be at the end of it all? Let me get your answer on our notes and question section. Also remember that the main purpose of an apron is to protect you from getting stain on your clothes, and also for protection against chemical hazard, and to hold pens, tools for some trade, and finally to make you look professional. So apron is an important garment that we should all have. So we are going to have fun by making our own apron. That is, you are making your own apron by yourself. Enjoy it. Have fun while you are doing that. Make this practical as learning and fun as you can. Remember, practice makes perfect.